I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we're going to have a look at the Syn City Mafia Metaverse. There are definitely two Syn Cities out there. We're going to look at the more serious one in this video. So the launch was scheduled for today. It got postponed due to the current market conditions, and of course that is a good opportunity for me to review the entire white paper. Nothing in this video is financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. One of my favorite games to play is definitely Grand Theft Auto. I'm not much of a huge gamer anymore, but back in the day I did play that a lot. And if you look at Syn City, that's basically what they're trying to do in a crypto metaverse style game. I have covered this game before. There was no white paper at that point. So right now, obviously the best opportunity to cover it once more. Now the white paper is available. All the information you want to know, you need to know in order to see if this is an interesting project for you, perhaps to play under the play to earn model, or to become an investor in Syn City on the IDO launch. I had some NFTs, and I will tell you what happened to those NFTs after I read the white paper when we get to the NFTs. Right now, we're going to have a look. Syn City is the first ever Mafia Metaverse. Here you fight, loot, build, and lead. Here you join your syndicate and run businesses, tax your underlings, and pay tribute to your bosses through blockchain-backed resources. With enough ambition, power, and swagger, you can sit at the head of the syndicate and help chart the course of the Mafia Metaverse. Quite cool, definitely under the decentralized model. We're all in a decentralized degen universe. It's good to be bad. Layer 3, the Mafia infrastructure. This is not just a game. Each game has a life cycle. Are you still playing Angry Bird? Does anyone still hold Robio's stock? Syn City is more than a game. It's a platform. It's a layer 3. A Mafia Metaverse for the assets generated and utilized within the Mafia Metaverse. There will be ongoing new play-to-earn modules to be generated for the ecosystem, e.g. first-person shooter games, strategy games, farming games, or even MMO games, all coming and being derived directly from the assets generated and the existing infrastructure that is built. And then here you have all the different gangs that exist. So let's have a look at the play-to-earn mechanics. It's not fair to ask people to pay 1,000 hard-earned money, blah, blah, blah. All right, so it's free to earn, basically. That's where we start. Free to mint initial crew members, free to mint initial equipment, then free to play, proof of work, play, and then get paid. So how to earn? There are different mechanics to it. You can be the grinder and do daily events, PvE task, PvP task, recurring events, leaderboard events, syndicate events, all kinds of events and tasks as rewards, basically. You be the capitalist, that's me. Selling directly into the public market, user can reallocate hard gain assets into a metaverse. Okay, cool. Turf, licenses, all right. Then you can be the holder, hold stake, yep, in-game boost, privileges, and then the governance. Users can stake to participate in metaverse governance committee. Okay. So the core gameplay, what are we actually focused on? Syn City is starting off as an action-adventure role-playing game in which the users acquire, manage, trade, and expand members of their syndicate. Displaying a stylized take on the world of modern crime syndicate, Syn City takes this concept a step further by making the game free-to-play where you can play to earn. Be the boss and take control of the turf. Yeah, we've already heard this, guys. Come on, I want to know the core gameplay. Users can start by creating their initial crew members for free. Okay, still need to pay for the gas fee, that applies for the minting. If users have a team to choose from, then they can pick up their own crew of 4 for the battles ahead. Alright, that's cool. So if you look at the gameplay so far, it looks exactly like Grand Theft Auto, kind of. Right, baby, Grand Theft Auto was the other one, Saints Row. Right, I also used to play that. Okay, these are the gangs. It kind of looks like Tekken in the setup. So this looks really good, but this gameplay looks quite low quality, right? Because this is more of a like turn-based shooter. It's not really, you can't really run free like in 3D. This is more like you don't really have to aim to shoot. It's just like shooting at them, like, yeah. if this is the actual gameplay, it doesn't really look that good because you have to select the attacks and stuff, like turn-based style. But I assume this is what the best they could come up with the amount of time that they had. It's definitely not GTA level if you look at this gameplay, right? The initial game mechanics start as real-time card battler. Oh, well, there you go. I'm already running my mouth and I should just shut the fuck up and read it. Instead of waiting for one's turn in an awkward way, players can deploy the character's ability when they're cooled off. Yeah, so you still need to wait in an awkward way until it's cooled off. Okay. So the players would have the real-time agency over the crew, but can still steal without using the Call of Duty muscles. Nah, we want the Call of Duty muscles. That's the thing. You actually want to be the character. This is just like, looks boring. This is like fucking 2002. We're not in 2002. This is 2022. You're 20 years too late with this shit, right? Users would be challenging with both PvE and PvP battles. The PvP will be asynchronous battle. Well, that's a difficult word, eh? Where the attacker will be facing the AI assigned by the defender. All right, climbing to the top of Syn City won't be easy, lucrative, and fun. Well, it does look fun. What they have mentioned, it does look fun. Build up your crew and take others, okay, reputation and assets, strategy, okay, cool. The syndicate will allow sinners, okay, daily missions, events, yeah, we know that, okay. Build your own business empire. So the whole thing about the businesses, the structures, all that stuff, I think is super cool. When we look at the website as well, the videos that they make is super cool. I've covered the investors and partners in previous videos. Those look super cool. I'm just super disappointed with this, right? If this is the actual gameplay, then that's like weak as fuck, right? I would give this like maybe a 4 out of 10, but like this stuff, which is more like a strategy style, maybe this is just one component of the game, right? And this is one component, because this, like at the top, this looks really good, right? So yeah, maybe I'm just too early, and we need to wait for more in-game content. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt when they have this team and these investors behind them. I'm pretty sure it will turn out okay, but this again is the turn-based mechanics, you see? Oh well, we'll see. Economy. Economy of the core game loops keep flowing between battle, resource management, and team management, okay? So you have the crew, your equipment, and the Syn. And then you remove the Syn, okay? So you have your crew, the equipment, and then you can level up, trade, okay, cool. And then battle, okay? And then you need to manage resources again. So you add Syn and you add resources. You lose energy. And then you add resources and you have less Syn, okay? I don't know what the Syn actually means in this case. And how energy would be replenished. But yeah, that's basically go to battle, resources, take care of your crew, and again. And that's basically the whole hustle. Makes sense. Game engine, all right, is build the latest Unity real-time. So a lot of these games, they use Unity, so I think that's good because it looks really nice. I'm not a game developer, so I don't really know what that means. Okay, they use Amazon AWS for the hosting, which is fine. It is 99.999% uptime. I own a software company. This sounds a lot better than it is. There's still some outage now and then, but that happens. Usually it's solved quite quickly. It depends on how much you pay, of course. Okay, creating highly scalable. Okay, cool. Hosting millions. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the hosting is definitely, the server is definitely important. Both desktop, PC and Mac, and mobile, Android to start with. We're still exploring browser version possibilities. Browser version on such a game scale maybe is a little laggy. And a little, yeah, okay. So in general, the mobile component would be huge for mass adoption, but I don't know what such a game would look like. Maybe you can just manage different things from your mobile phone. The protocol, syndicates, as that is basically the biggest thing of this game, right? Foundational layer for our ever-expanding metaverse. This protocol is the layer 3 for everything Mafia Metaverse and a framework that acts as the canvas for numerous products. Okay, let's open it up. So the Syndicate protocol. Community developers can use Syndicate protocol to develop different business models and game systems within the Syndicate metaverse. Pharmacy, players can send injured crew members here to heal up. Mercenaries, here players can rent higher level crew members. Casino, players can come here to try their luck. Bank, players can come here to manage their assets for staking. Okay, church, players can consume Syn to bring the dead crew member back to life. Okay, Syn is probably the token, right? Yeah, that's it. New module, community developers can develop on top of the metaverse. Okay, more business means that syndicate leader would bring more earnings to the syndicate members, hence can charge more tax. Tax applies to syndicates above certain levels. Tax-free policies for early syndicates. Each business would have multiple levels. The higher the level the syndicate is, the more modules it can support. Okay, more details to be revealed. Okay, Mafia is a DAO. Okay. Player 1. Join delegate tax to the syndicate. Okay, rewards access to earn to the player. Then the syndicate pays tax to the Syn DAO and it gets new game and events to earn. Okay, the Syn DAO pays tax to the development team and the Syn DAO rewards the player. And then how does this work? Player 3 gives to player 2. It's referral, okay, and referral share, so that's how you can earn. Sounds a little complicated. Stake Syn to generate Syn power and delegate that to the syndicate leader. Unlimited syndicates with unlimited members, but only top 7 syndicate leaders with the most Syn power will join the high table to manage the DAO. The votes will be recalculated every 12 hours based on Syn power. So that's how they cut the circulating supply of their Syn token. Very smart. The DAO will be offering special earning games, events to the syndicates on the high table. Players need to join one of the top 7 syndicates to have access to these special earning events. And that's basically how they create the 7 biggest syndicates to join. Very smart. Top 7 syndicates will need to pay tax, which will be split between player rewards and development team earnings. That's also smart. Okay. Somebody really thought about this, so that's good. Apologies. Staking. Syn can be staked, transferred, and traded. Synthetic Syn, S-Syn, can only be acquired by staking Syn. Okay, that's probably your in-game currency. Syn is the ERC20 based governance token. Yep. And then Syn is the governance token for the metaverse. Syn is utilized by staking to earn S-Syn, which is purchased in-game assets. Yep. Okay. With the discount. Staking Syn generates S-power. Delegate. Okay. Stake Syn to earn an additional yield. Stake Syn to boost your in-game characters to help take over the world. All good, all smart. Tokenomics, my favorite part. So far they explained the game decently. I'm missing a lot about the gameplay, what there's actually to do. White paper quality so far, 3 out of 10. Very unimpressive for a team with this kind of investors, backing partners. They could have done a lot more, but it's quite disappointing. I feel like they leverage a little bit more the idea than actually the game or what the thoughts are so far. But let me just finish the white paper first before I talk too much shit. Okay, so the seed round takes, so there's a 10 billion supply. The seed round of 10%, which is a lot, takes 1 billion. Strategic 8%, 800 million. Privates are very small, 1%, and public is 0.5%. Right, so that would go to basically a 9.5. 20% of the total circulating supply goes to selling, which I think is a lot. They're raising a lot of money. Then you have a copper round, which is also selling, 5%. Then you got marketing, earnings, liquidity, advisors, team, treasury. So I assume the team and the advisors, that's a lot, 29%. I don't know why the team would need such a large percentage, unless that is used for development. But they already explained that the DAO protocol takes care of team development, right? Of the development of the game. So quite weird tokenomics. I've never seen such a strange build-up. So that's 1% at TGE, which is 10 million tokens, right? 1% TGE, 2% TGE, 2%. So then there's a total of 4% at month 1, then 12-month cliff, 1% at TGE, total of 4% at month 1, then 12-month cliff, and then rest fast over 36 months. Okay, so after 1 month, basically quite a lot of tokens are being released. And then there's some big cliffs coming up to regain the stability and the longevity according to their roadmap, probably. Still, it's kind of strange that the vesting, the TGEs are really low, and then you have quite a lot of dump coming in, because this is relative to the 1 billion tokens, right? 6%, okay. 10% TGE rest vested over 9 months, 30% quarterly, okay. Fair launch auction on the copper round, okay. Which basically mean, I would assume that that's 100% TGE, which is 500 million tokens. Holy fuck, okay. So the circulating supply will be quite high. Marketing, okay, 0%. Earns unlock as needed. Liquidity 2.5%, 12.5%. How much is liquidity assigned for? 1%. So it's only 8 million. Advisors, 13-month cliff. Okay, so the team, they're taking a huge cliff, and then it's basically 36 months vesting. That's like the only good thing about this tokenomics, basically, although the percentages are really high for both advisors and both team. They do have a very experienced team and very experienced advisors, yet that still doesn't justify this many tokens, in my opinion. I don't see why they would need to raise such an insane amount of money where the project at the moment looks very underdeveloped. There are a good variety of NFTs in the Syn City. Yes, okay. Marketplace coming soon, Q1. Decentralized marketplace, okay. Marketplace will give a discount, so you have your crew, equipment, base, business, resources. Then you got your Syn Pass. A gift that keeps on giving. The OG Genesis key to the entire Syn City, Metaverse and beyond. The Syn Pass is the Genesis NFT drop by Syn City. This was a free mint, quote unquote, for players had to complete alternate reality games ARG to acquire minting codes. We have dedicated 200 Syn Passes per ARG stage with a total of 4 stages total. 2 have been completed and 2 are yet to complete. They have multiple perks, private access to Syn City ecosystem. Incentives include, not limited to, airdrops, guaranteed whitelisting, staking multipliers, early access to information, a special Discord role, blah, 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 blah. There are a total of 888. The breakdown is as follows: 800 dedicated to the game, free mint, 80 dedicated to the community events, 8 dedicated to the Syn City team. I did look into the ARGs to get, but they were basically botted the fuck out the first time, or the first time, yeah, and the second time it was so fucking complicated that they made it too difficult. Then they made it too easy, and everything was gone in 1 minute, basically. So yeah, they really had some issues with that. You can buy them. There have been 2 ARGs. Right now the floor price is 5.6 Ethereum. The floor price before was about 3.8 Ethereum. Then there were 200 new added and the price dropped to 2 Ethereum. I wanted to buy one, but I didn't have funds. Now it's 5.6 and we would have to wait for the next drop for the price to crash down a little bit. They did announce that there will be a very significant airdrop. I think 150,000 tokens per pass. So that's like quite some money. And they didn't discuss the vesting or nothing like that, but we can check that later for confirmation. So they also have the blueprints, the first ever gameplay blueprints, in-game assets. The blueprints were released on our partnering platform Binance NFT. So one is on Ethereum, the Syn Pass, and the other ones are, the blueprints are on Binance. The blueprint owners will be able to acquire in-game assets, first ever Mafia characters. The blueprints will form the foundation of the in-game assets by providing incentive and perks within the Syn City ecosystem. The blueprint in-game assets will exponentially increase the special earnings, events, progression levels, and number of in-game rewards. Blueprint assets will be upgraded through various mechanisms, including training, modifying, PvE, PvP battles, farming, borrowing, lending, and staking, and whatever this means. There are a total of 8,888 Syn City blueprints. The total breakdown of the blueprints: 8,000 sold on Binance, 880 dedicated to community events, 8 dedicated to the Syn City team. I did participate in the minting of this one. I was really fast. I snagged up 36 blueprints for $350 each BUSD, and I sold all of them when I read this for 700 BUSD each. So literally 100% gain, which came down to, I think, about $12,000 gain in about 4 weeks. They keep, and this is my main negative part of the Syn City, the admins are non-existent. They have quite a big community. They don't communicate anything for this project. Every time they'll say, we'll announce it soon, we'll announce it soon, and they don't announce it soon. So we had to wait 6 weeks for this white paper, which I mean should be ready far before the IDO, which it wasn't ready. They said everything you need to know about the blueprints is in the white paper. Literally all they put is this, which they also mentioned before, which gave me no confidence, because they also said there would be like frames for blueprints for buildings. You could own hospitals. That's not mentioned here. That's just hearsay at this point, which I don't trust. So I dumped all my NFTs because I'm not willing to take the risk of these NFTs being worthless when I have so many. Yes, they might be worth $1,000 in 6 months, but the opportunity costs are too significant if you're holding $20,000 worth of NFTs, in my opinion. So I took my profit, which I think was the best decision, and I moved on. Turf. This is the Mafia real estate coming soon. They will be selling land, basically, and they will be selling business licenses as NFTs. So they are raising so much fucking money, right? They did this as a free mint, but they're taking royalties on the Syn passes. They sold these blueprints for $350 each times 8,000 total. Now they're going to sell turf NFTs. Then they're going to sell license NFTs. They are going to raise these funds in the tokenomics. Why are they raising so much fucking money? All the projects that I've seen before that raised this kind of money didn't perform well, right? They just didn't perform well. And I hope they can clarify why they want to raise so much money. I understand that the Metaverse is an ambitious project, right? But you're building it in parts, you're building it in components. The marketplace will get funds, the DAO will bring you funds. I haven't seen another Metaverse doing this structure, but I'm really curious to see. It's not necessarily that I'm negative about it. I'm just very curious about it, and they don't communicate well. Right? So why is that happening? And I feel like the investors need answers. So cross-chain mafia wars, you can basically be on the Binance Smart Chain, fight with the syndicate of Solana, fight with the syndicate on Ethereum. That's a cool idea, gives more exposure, more adoption. So you have the team, which is basically these guys. So you have about 8 people, which is also 8 NFTs reserved on any section, which goes to them, which makes sense. Everybody gets 1. Then you have the advisors, which are these guys, which are all really important people, which I've covered before. And then some of the investors, which are also the big boys, right? Co-founder of Illunium, co-founder of CoinMarketCap. You got this guy from Twitch. You got the guy from Dragonfly. You got Elliot here, Alex here. We know them, right? There's like a huge, Animoca Brands, my favorite, huge investor group there. When you look at the actual roadmap, it's quite poor quality. I looked at it before. So they say the marketplace goes live in Q1 2022. Then they move into phase 2. There's no real dates to it, right? Guild Wars, full launch. What does that mean, full launch? I would like to know these things, right? But yeah. So here, coming soon. Normally, you would have the white paper fully updated when you launch it. And they took about 6 weeks from the actual minting to get this white paper done. And that's why I'm rating it, like whatever I rated it, 4 out of 10, whatever. For such a project with such backers, cool looking gameplay, good potential, the white paper is just really poor quality. The white paper, and this is the most important thing, right? Because I know you guys are going to hate on me, like, this is a good game, it's going to moon, it's going to do 1000x, blah, blah, blah. The only thing I want you to understand and I want you to know is that the white paper is there to answer all of the investors' questions. Yes, a good white paper would take away all of the questions. I still have a lot of questions. How is the entire economic flow built? What are the blueprints for? How much are they going to raise with the next NFTs? Where will be the next NFTs? Are the licenses NFTs? Are they on Solana? Are they on Ethereum? Are they on the Binance Smart Chain? How does that work? When will the game go live? When about the alpha? What about the beta? Are there any requirements to join? What are they doing for the community? What are the giveaway plans? Who's in charge of that? But you can get most of these things answered by joining. So they have about 110,000 people on Telegram, and the Discord is also quite big. The problem is there's barely any admins there. So I am here right now in Syn City. I am actually in that Discord. And the only thing they are pushing with the announcement is anytime they're trying to sell something, right? And that's, again, when I come back to the money, something they're apparently quite good at. They want to raise more funds, which I understand, which is fine. I have nothing against that, right? In the last 2 weeks, this server got hacked like 10 times. So that's also not super ideal. And I just want to stress that I love this Mafia Metaverse. I think it has so much potential, right? I think it's one of the best ideas I've seen. The way they do the artwork and everything else, it just looks so fucking awesome, right? And I just want them to succeed. I want them to be good. And that's why I'm making this video saying what I don't like. So hopefully they can improve upon it and then get more investments and hopefully do a perfect launch. So even something like this is January 8th to January 10th, they should launch on Copper Launch, which is probably not happening because they delayed all the IDOs, even on Seedify right here, because of the current market conditions. That makes sense. A lot of projects do that, right? Then update your fucking website. Yeah, that literally takes 5 minutes. Update your website because people will go to your website and see like, oh, tomorrow it's launching on Copper Launch, and then it doesn't, and it creates disappointment. But basically anybody from the real team, you'll barely see them in Discord. They have some moderators. So if I go to like the general chat, right, you got some leaders, and they give a lot of power to like the syndicates, right? So there's some people who are like whatever they're called, La Travolta. They have like Costa Nostra, Casta Nostra, whatever it's called, soldiers, and basically the community is doing all the answering of the questions, the due diligence, everything like that. But I think what is very important is if you, for example, go to something like price, and this is just from an investment point of view, right? From an investment point of view. So it has been a couple of days, right? Been a couple of days. Let me see, because obviously I'm looking for my own post. Okay. Not financial advice, tokenomics. So total circulating supply. Okay, this is quite cool that somebody posted this. It's the second chair. It's not even somebody from the fucking team, right? It's just some community member that wrote it all out because the fucking team can't. That's bad. Okay, so they're making a comparison with Axie Infinity, Gala, right? Okay, Syn, $2 to $3. Okay, that's like an estimate he's making. Okay. Yeah, okay, overall assessment. I just want to know how much the coin actually, they're going to push the coin for. Is there no price on the Syn token somewhere mentioned? Scenario 2. Yeah, okay. So Syn at a price of 0.6 to 1.5 to get like the, yeah, but that's, I want to know the raw. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to search my name. It's digits, and there's a post. So this was the 31st of December, which got a lot of likes, and I said it's been 3 weeks since the mint. The first unofficial announcement, unofficial, was that after Christmas the reveal of the blueprints would happen, or at least a date would be confirmed for the blueprints. Nothing has been communicated so far. It kind of bothers me. Not a paper hand. I have 36 blueprints, as I said. Yet it appears that the team is massively focused on the idea, which I understand, yet we have waiting for a while holding these valuable NFTs, yet we don't know what they are, how they work, or what the roadmap of these NFTs are, except they might be valuable in the game, right? That's what the community is saying. We don't know. Does any mod or admin have any additional information that they could share with us 3 weeks post-mint to shine some light on the situation? There appears to be a growing concern for the entire community holding the Blueprint NFTs. This is not FUD. It's a genuine question about the communications towards this community. Very professional, very transparent in my opinion. It got 14 likes. I'm going to hit it for the 15. Yeah. And basically some people said like, oh, I agree. I did have a similar question. And then they just fucking ignored it. Right? There were some people that would say it like will be a pleasant surprise. You will get all the answers in the white paper. Mate, there were no fucking answers in the white paper, right? It just said like some basic shit, which then didn't instill me confidence because I wrote a really nice message. I was very transparent and honest. It did get a lot of support from the community because nobody else here had any upvotes, right? And yet they couldn't be fucking bothered answering their investors, which made me dump. That's the actual result at the end of the day. And did I really want to dump? Not necessarily. I could hold these long term. I didn't even need the liquidity at that point. But yeah, that's just frustrating. That's why I think that the Syn City Metaverse has amazing potential. Yet I'm not going to buy the token for the sole reason that I don't believe that this team can pull it off the way they're trying to pull it off, right? 8 people working on a metaverse, that's already quite unique. And I think people will be expecting a different type of game than what they're going to receive, which is unfortunate. I hope I can make an update video in the future. Maybe I'll change my mind. That's obviously 100% possible because it looks, even if you look at this, what they're showing right now, destroy the syndicate, the GTA style people, take over the world. That's my kind of game, you know. That's what I love. So I do hope I can get involved with this. I do hope they make rapid improvements, and hopefully we can build with our YouTube audience here our own syndicate. That would be so dope. But for now, we just wait, right? We are patient. In the current status, I would rate this project maybe a 6 out of 10, right? Just barely decent. There's another game which is called Syn City, which is basically written like Syn City, right? SynCity.io. It's a competitor basically to Syn City. I don't know which one was first. I think this Syn City was first. DDoS guard. Okay. That's strange. But basically these were first. This one was first and this one was second, I believe. I'm not sure. And they always argue to one another. And you can see this is basically, they basically have the same thing. Mafia Metaverse, they sell NFTs, that kind of stuff. But this one looks a lot more lower quality, in my opinion. If you even look at this, is like a cutout, but it's not even properly cut out. You can see that the PNG wasn't even properly cut out in Photoshop. They use some cheap tool for this. I am a fan of this one. I am a fan. So I know people are going to ask, which Syn City do you like more? This one or this one? I like this one. I'm betting all my money on this one. But before I bet my money and make an investment, always do your research, I'm going to wait and be patient. I don't mind waiting 2 to 3 months to get more information. I don't mind them if they update the whitelist. And I don't mind them if they hire actually paid community moderators and then answer my questions, right? Until that time, we're all good friends. We're all transparent. I do believe in the potential of this game. I'm just going to hold on to my money until I get the answers that I need. That's everything from me for Syn City. Huge potential. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.